DJ all the way. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back David Johnson, fresh off 100 yards on the ground a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran signal caller. It's 12th season now out of Delaware for Joe Flacco.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Flacco. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Double tight. 4 down.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Let's look at the defensive starters now for Dallas. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. From the 39, Flacco throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He's going to and that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Santos on to try the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile. You could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Well, look now at our starting defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
50 seconds. Squeeze, double.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Play action. It's Trubisky. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go play action with Trubisky. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in a sack. Sheldon Richardson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Flacco. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Flacco. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that will be incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete. Bernard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Bernard. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. I'm coming up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he finds the tight end, Reed. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got... Now Trubisky lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be called for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
It's our field. It's our field.
So the fumble recovery, now Flacco to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Flacco. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
So we got man.
They'll begin here with Bernard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and this one complete to Reed. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Caught by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Johnson on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Operating out of the gun, Flacco dumping it off for Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Sproles. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
At the 40-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
11 yards there, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run it with Sproles. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Flacco, catch made, it's Moreau. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Foster Moreau. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his man, it's Butler. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one and goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A draw play. Bernard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Mike, 58 right there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Bernard looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, they dialed up the screen there, hoping that convoy of blockers could get out in front and get them enough yardage for the 1st down, but they were able to get there before he got to the sticks.
The kick by Sturgis is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco. Herndon's got it complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. Check.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Flacco. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
57, come on. You better bring it. Say it.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Trubisky's pass intended for Giovanni Bernard. Incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now Joe Flacco and the offense heading back out onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Even. 49.
To pass, Flacco. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Ready! I got you, boy.
On 1st down, Flacco. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And again, it's Flacco to throw. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those can be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, he's got the connection to Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Caught by Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Open man, Butler complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 2nd down now, Bernard. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game, and you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. game is the veteran quarterback Joe Flacco, who's led the way. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Here's Flacco. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Flacco. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Santos with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57. Let's go, D.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Again, it's Trubisky. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Richard Sherman on the tackle.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Trubisky back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and it's 3rd and short. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Lightning speed there from the safety, Devin McCourty, on the sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Joe Flacco here. We get a peek at what he's done so far in this game. He's enjoying a great deal of success. His team is also enjoying a great deal of success.
Yeah, he's got that nice little, what I call the QB lean going right now. You see that little stroll that he's got
swagger
going? Yeah, he's definitely got that. You see him throwing the football, the nice little video. He's seeing that in his head as well, because he wants more of that to happen. So anytime you see him that relaxed, that comfortable, usually it's a big thumbs up for his team.
Yeah, it's been a big highlight day for him. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, let's calm down. Let's go. Let's calm.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Christian Wilkins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
All right, let's focus now on Giovanni Bernard. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On 1st down, Trubisky stepping up. He'll try and run, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wells. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Backing into the end zone, Flacco. Robinson's got it. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 20. 51. Check pass. Check pass.
From the gun, Flacco. This is caught by Robinson. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Everyone go forward.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
Sproles. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
a gain of a yard. Makes it
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Space to maneuver at the 40. This complete to Jones. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun. Flacco. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a giant first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on, come get some. He don't want it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Lock it in. It's been a long day for you. Tight end left. Tight end left.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Johnson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Giants on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Flacco. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this one complete to Reed. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Cowboys.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Allen's got it, complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got his man, it's Butler. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Trubisky to throw again. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They go play action with Trubisky. Rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. That's complete. Bernard. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Sturgis for the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Sproles. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
29 is Mike 29. Here we go, Steve. All day.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Flacco finding Gabriel complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Flacco. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
But you want to play off of...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting it down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they've got to like what they've been doing in the second half.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Wells. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go. Do it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Allen Robinson. Again, 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Giants, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.